Welcome to Home with Simone. My name is Simone, and as always, a huge thank you to each and every single one of you that supports my channel, whether new or existing subscribers. I appreciate you all. Today is a pretty exciting video. There's a short DIY that I'm going to share with you guys, but the video is about my winter village. I do one every single year, and this year I'm doing something completely different, like I've never done it before. I dug real deep creatively this year with my village, and I wanted to show you guys how I made the stairs or the riser in the village. I use floral foam because I find it very easy to work with. Some people will use clay. You can even use styrofoam and just carve out the stairs to your desired size. I'm just cleaning it up here a little bit, and then figure out what color you want to paint your stairs. I decided to stick with a brown. I've seen the gray and black. It looks really beautiful. But because my village is not exactly the most modern village, I wanted to try to stay as close to what it would have potentially looked like back in the day. And this is why I chose this route. My paints are from Dollarama, and I'm just using a brown. I'm painting the styrofoam. Believe it or not, painting this is very easy. It doesn't really absorb too much. And once you have your color done, I just smoothed everything out to ensure that my base color is fine. Then I grabbed my white. You can also use gray at this part of it, but I chose white because I wanted it to be a little bit on the lighter side. I know it does dry a bit darker, so I tend to paint it a little bit lighter. And I'm just dabbing the paintbrush over top of the foam with the white. Then I go back in, I grab some brown. You just have to go with how it's looking, and you keep on dabbing and you keep on playing around with the paint and the color until you get to your desired look. I'm pretty close here. I liked how this was looking. It did feel a bit like brick or stone, so that was what I was going for. And you do the same thing right around. Again, there's no 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. This is just use your eyes and keep going until it is visually where you want it to be. At this point, I could have gone in and use small lines to create some stonework, but I really didn't want to introduce that just yet. It will happen eventually, but for today's DIY, no, I'm keeping it pretty simple, especially where I have it. But it is definitely the direction I'll be going in the future, is creating a little bit of line work on here to really make it look realistic. These are the little stairs. Paint your base color and use a lot of paint. That's my biggest suggestion. Don't water it down and don't go in with a little bit. You want to really use a good amount of paint because styrofoam will absorb a portion of that. And if it's too thin, it could lead to the green leaking through. So just keep it in mind when painting. You want to use a good thick portion of the paint. And then you're going to do the same thing. Grab that white or add little dots, and then it's just a matter of patting it, almost like sponge painting. You're just patting it over top and blending everything in. You don't want it to be too neat and tidy. You want it to look a little chaotic because that's what's going to give you that kind of real stone or brick feeling. It also will give the illusion of texture. It'll make it look like it's a little bumpy or off uneven in certain parts, which is definitely something that you see in stone. And guys, this is what it looks like at the end of the day. Remember, I didn't do anything to create dimension other than the paint. And this is what I was talking about when I drew reference to dabbing it and making it look as if to say it's uneven or it's really a massive chunk of brick. This is the white paint that I use. This is the brown. I use a darker brown. There's a lighter one, but I chose a darker one. It's both acrylic paint. I find acrylic paint sits nicely on the foam, but I'm super happy with the way it came out. The stairs came out so nice. They look really, really, really good. I've already put a little bit of snow on here, but I'm very happy with it. Once I have my stairs down, I put my little cathedral on top of it, and it fits perfect. I wanted dimension in this side. That's why I did this. And again, this is my first year doing it. So next year I'll get a little bit more creative I added my people, and then down to the bottom, I went ahead and put my little house there, and then I added the gentleman who's sitting reading the newspaper with his dog. Now let's get into the tour. This is the first layer of my miniature village. So I'll just show you guys what I used around it. It was a garland that I got from Dollarama. I think it was either $2 or $4, and I put that completely around it to try to give it a little bit more greenery. So I guess in my creative mind, this is like the forest or however you want to think of it, but I needed something to really bring everything together, and so the garland came in handy. Love that. Let's start from the very top. So up here, these trees are from Walmart. Guys, these trees are near impossible to find. I was able to get 4 of them 1 year, and after that I haven't been able to find, and then this year I found 1 more. I specifically want these trees. I don't like the other ones. So I'll just keep looking. Hopefully I can get enough and in different sizes that I can have it for the full village. But let's start over here in this corner with the church. And I have the little minister out there and the lady playing her tambourine. And down here we've got a little girl singing. And the snowman, there's a mailbox there, watering fountain, another one of those amazing trees. And then we've got the choir down here. And I've made my village diverse, multicultural. Everything was one color when I got it, all of my little people. So I painted everybody different tones, different shades to really kind of make it a real world. We have the bakery over here with the baker and his wife. She's bringing some bread over to the tavern here. It's a bar and grill. And we've got a gentleman up over here. And of course, it's a holiday season, so there's hustle and bustle happening. And then here we have the moonshine area. So I guess it's like their LCBO. And then in the corner here, we've got some kids playing with the snow. And the name of my little village, which is Caddington Square. Now, believe it or not, 90% of what's on here is from Dollarama. So I'll show you what's from Dollarama on this first level. The stairs, because I got that floral, like, you know, when I was painting it in the beginning, I always forget the name of it, but that floral foam is what I use, and the paints to create the stairs. Every single person is from Dollarama. Everybody. This is from Dollarama. This one is from Dollarama, which is so cute. The fountain is from Dollarama. These lights are from Dollarama. The trees are from Walmart. Snowman, the block. In other words, everything on top here except for these 2 houses and the trees, they're all from Dollarama. Now, these houses I wasn't going to use until I had the full set, and I tried it and I'm like, you know what? It does fit. It actually works together nicely. So this I got from Michael's, and they had a 50% off. Amazing. I'm so happy to get these because these were, I think, just around $80. So to get them for half the price is great. And these ones do come with lights, but I am not using the lights this year. How cute is this little tavern? That's where she's bringing the bread. And then over here, the little moonshine. This is from Michael's as well. And these have such great detail on them. I don't know why this sign is upside down, but maybe that was just a human error, not sure. So again, both of these houses light up. So that's on the first level. I'll come back a bit so you guys can see. And when you come down, you come over the bridge and you come down, we hit a little hill. Every single item on here is from Dollarama, again, except for these trees. So we've got the beautiful little I don't know, I forget what you call these things, but oh, this beautiful little thing is not coming to my head. I'm not 100%, so bear with me, guys. But I love that, and it has the cardinals on it, and then it leads to the house. I can't believe this house is from Dollarama. It's so nice. This is a new addition this year. And then the little guy going up the hill. We've got some mailboxes. We've got the community clock. And actually over here, the mailman is making his way because he also has some mail that he's putting into these mailboxes right here. Okay. And over in this corner, we've got a mom with her little one just sitting down, relaxing. We've got some people down here ice skating, playing hockey. This was also a recent Dollarama find. I got this year as well. I thought it was so pretty, and I like the little bit of shimmer that's on there. Then we got some kids over in the corner here playing and building a snowman. The man and his dog. Even the ice skating rink is from Dollarama. What is not from Dollarama on this level is the Let It Snow. This was also from Michael's. It's part of their complete, not complete, it's part of their village set that they have. You see it more in the winter time. So I really love that. And this little piece on here is from Dollarama. I just placed that there. So this is what the top two levels look like together. And when we go further down, this is where the trains come in. It's like the little train station down here. So we've got some different houses and the community tree, which I didn't want anything heavy because there's a lot happening down here. Over here is the other stair that I built because I wanted to lift this house up. So in my head, this is kind of where you buy your train tickets, and you know, when you're expecting like a phone call or whatever, you kind of go to this particular area here. And then we have all of the other little houses. You've got where you pick up the mail. This in my head, this little area would be where you would get the mail. This would be where you would go and get like I guess you could say the blacksmith would work. And then we have like some inns over here. So when people come to town and they need somewhere to spend the night, we got a couple inns over here. And then we just got a lot of people interacting with each other. Mom with her baby. Everything down here is from Dollarama. I don't have any new pieces down here aside from the tree that I got this year, this tree over here, and that was got from Walmart. That was the new one I found. It's a little bigger than the others, but it's perfect for this area. I also have some moose because I do live in Canada. It's something that we see often in the winter is moose and deer, so had to add them. And they're just chilling on the other side of the tracks. And then we have the train. And I got this train years ago from Canadian Tire. It is a working train. It really does run. I just don't use it that way here because the tracks can't connect because this is on top of the girls' crate. And this is what the entire thing looks like. So when you walk into my front door, and my door is right over here, when you walk in, this is what you're seeing. I've never had it in this spot before. I build everything up on different boxes. And I think next year I might just show the full process of how I did this. I didn't even know it was going to work. And after I did it, I thought, oh, I should have recorded it. You know, maybe cover the box below. With the camera on and the light, you can see this a lot more than when it's turned off. The naked eye, you're not picking it up as much. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, my miniature village. I always have a lot of fun making this, and from time to time I move the pieces. My family members like to try to figure out who did I move, because I tend to do that daily. So effective now, somebody's going to be moving every single day, and it's someone different, or sometimes it's a couple of them. So it's nice. It's interactive, and you know, it's in a good spot where it's not going to get hit or nothing's going to get knocked down. So I'm happy about that. I hope I inspire you all to think outside the box, get creative, and don't sleep on the dollar store, because like I said, 90% of my pieces came from Dollarama. I'll see you all in the very next video.